What is going on, beautiful people of YouTube? We're back here at a stunt lot today. Just a new one that we kind of found, and hopefully we have it to use on our own. We don't really want to deal with a whole lot of people right now. And anyway, this is kind of just a first episode of learning how to wheelie again. I was never fully good at it to begin with, but the other day we did actually go out to a different lot, and we started practicing. I recorded it, but I didn't like the way the video turned out. So these are not my first wheelies back. It's been 3 days since we were at the other lot. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get back into it. Ultimately, the goal is to get good at wheelies and learn how to scrape and do everything. So just keep on working for it. And we're just doing first gears. I'm gonna go from idle speed, which on this bike tends to be about 4 or 5 miles an hour. I'm not gonna do second gears quite yet until I master foot brake, which I still have a lot of work to do on foot brake. But what I might do for my first several attempts is kind of just pop it up, get to where I'm a little comfortable, then use the foot brake to bring it back down, just to kind of engrave that into my brain. That's what a lot of people would recommend doing, myself included. So there you go. You see I kind of got up to balance point. I chopped the throttle, which you shouldn't really do. I also just used the foot brake to bring it back down. So we're going to do that several times and then kind of let the brakes cool off, because you are going to get brake fade doing that if you do it too much. But we are joined by Sheriff Bo. I didn't mention that, but I'm sure you guys saw him riding around. He's on the CRF 110F because he doesn't have a Z or a Grom yet, but he does plan on getting one soon. Hopefully none of us loop today. We didn't loop the last time we went out, which was a good improvement. That one was pretty aggressive bringing it back down, but the premise is to just go ahead and bring it down with foot brake, so still got that. And I'm going to kind of give a little bit of tips and pointers that I've kind of learned over the couple years. I haven't studied in 2.5, 3 years. It's been a while. Since I had my last Z, I kind of didn't do anything between there other than like practicing a tiny bit on my Apollo pit bike. But that one doesn't have a clutch, so it's a little hard to bring up. So I really haven't done a whole lot. I've pretty much just been waiting till I got a cage on this bike to actually stunt it, and you can see that we do have the solid stunts cage on there. So it's been quite a while. I'm not the best. I was never that great, but I was a little better than I am at the current moment. But like I said, I'm going to give some tips and pointers that I have learned over the years from guys like Jixerbra, up at Yamaha, all the local stunters in my area that I have, don't know the word to say. I guess I should say I've been lucky enough to meet and to learn from over the couple of years that I've been on Z125s and Groms. One of those, so obviously you always want to cover a rear brake. That's like the most important thing for learning a proper wheelie, is you always want to cover rear brake, because if you are up in the air and you're about to loop, you tap that rear brake and it's going to bring you right back down. So you never want to be off to the side like that. You always want to cover that rear brake and modulate it throughout your wheelie, your entire wheelie. You don't want to use it just as a oh crap method to come back down. You want to kind of get up to balance point, tap it, bring yourself down a bit, get back up there, tap it. You want to modulate it as you go, which obviously I'm not there yet. I have a lot to go. But one of the other tips is on the throttle. Whenever I first started out my wheeling, I was very choppy on it. I'd throttle it to get it up, then I'd chop off to let it back down, then chase it back. I'd get back on the throttle, and what that does is it makes you chase out your wheelie to where you pick up your speeds, and you don't want that to happen. You want to be, going a controlled speed the entire time. It's just kind of, you're going to do it. It's one of those things that you do as you learn, but it's just one of those that you want to get up there and get steady on the throttle, because once you get up to your balance point, you can kind of hold the throttle steady and just hold it there. It'll keep you going. It's kind of one of those things that's going to happen regardless, just like looping. If you get into stunning and you don't think you're going to loop, you're going to loop. Trust me. I guarantee you, if you've ever watched someone on YouTube do wheelies, they have looped, and you are going to as well. And if you guys are going to be doing wheelies, don't do them on public roads. Later on, if you want to, that's, do it at your own discretion. You're going to loop. You're going to loop on public roads if you decide that you're good enough and you're really not. So come to an empty lot, find a warehouse lot. You can find warehouses that are just built. And for the most part, people don't mind you being out here unless you're doing burnouts and stuff. Like you can see those people doing burnouts and all the skid marks. That's when the people start wanting you gone. But if you're just doing wheelies, you're not damaging anything. You're kind of just doing it in a safe environment. Most cops won't mess with you. Learn in a safe environment. Do not go out to the streets and just start trying to rip wheelies on the streets. You're going to get yourself hurt. You're going to damage your bike. It's just the way it works. Anyway, let's just go ahead and keep going with it. Another thing, whenever you do get up and do a wheelie, a lot of people, your first instinct, you bring that wheel up, and especially if you're not used to that feeling, you kind of lean towards the bars, and that shifts all your weight up top, and it's going to bring that bike back down. I know some guys like Jigsaw, they'll lean back as they're doing a wheelie, kind of bring that weight back and get their center of balance back. I just kind of stay in a neutral stance. I don't try to worry too much about leaning forward or leaning back. Once I get it up in the air, I just kind of sit where I'm at. Obviously, I'm not that great, but as these videos go on and on, I'm going to get better. It seems like we're getting attacked by the Air Force. So far, it's been a really successful day. Let's check and see what time it actually is. My bike's showing 2:51. I know I've set the time a couple times on this. It's 2:53, so it's a little bit behind. I think we got here around 1-ish. Been here for about 2 hours at this point. We haven't looped yet, knock on wood. I really hope neither of us loop today. Knowing my luck, I'm gonna loop like right here. Killer. Looking good. One of these days in several episodes we're going to be wheeling across this entire lot. Well, I was going to end the video off, and I did, and I turned off my GoPro, and then I started hitting like the best wheelies I've had all day, so we're going to keep on trying. Also, as soon as I turned the GoPro off, the F-16s that kept flying over I was able to see, so I guess they really just didn't want to be on camera. That was a pretty good one. Trying to like bring it back, drop it back down, bring it back, drop it back down. That wasn't too bad. It was destined to happen, but you know what? It's a good thing I turned that camera back on, so. Oh, first loop. I felt that coming. Let's see what quite got damaged. Are my jeans ripped? Doesn't look like it. Titanium block took the brunt of most of it. Honestly, I think that's really the only thing that slid was the titanium block. So, it's a good thing that I have that one on this Z. I still have quite a bit of work to do when it comes to foot brake. That was expected. It's a good thing I turned the camera back on.
I was just thinking about what you just said. Hey, don't loop.
No, but I turned it back on after I started hitting some good ones.
Oh, man. I'm glad you turned it back on.
Hey, dude, the cage did great. Look at this.
Not only did the cage do great, I saw some sparks when you...
Did you? I mean, it kind of got me stuck a little bit. I don't know if you saw, but whenever I took this leg off to bail, it kind of caught me. So I went for a ride with it.
Well, I'm glad you're not hurt.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine, dude. My ass is a little sore. My back... My back hit right here. Other than that, though, I'm solid, man. Yeah. Oh, back here, too. Why are you still so loose? Oh, it's because this is loose now. I cannot catch a break with this exhaust. That's why I'm switching back to factory. Obviously, I still have a lot of work to do when it comes to foot brake, but I am getting better with it.
Nope, you're just fine.
On that note, we're going to end the video here. Sheriff Bo, thank you for joining us.
Of course, always, man.
Thank you for witnessing the beautiful scrape from afar. Well, I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any tips for me to keep me from doing that again, go ahead and comment them down below. Or if you guys have any questions about anything, I can try and help the best I can, so leave a comment down below as well. If you like the content and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to me. This guy might be making a YouTube comeback soon, so if he does, I'll start linking his channel again. But, gonna go ahead and end this here. I will see you guys in the next video.
Toodles.